There we go. I was waiting for that thing to kick in.
Hey D.
It's
Yes.
taking a while.
Yes.
Hey D.
Yeah.
Face.
Oh. Oh.
Can I kind of just say this?
Every time he did it, here's me.
Every time that shit happened, I said, damn, is there any more left of this scenery buffet?
I just thought it funny. John Woo came to America and they gave him like a 6-movie contract, and after paycheck, he was like, "Fuck you, I'm doing Red Cliff. I'm out."
Hey. Hello, everybody. It's Black History Month. We bring you a movie where the best actor in this movie is black, and she dies within the 40 minutes of this movie.
40 minutes.
But upside,
That's right.
Upside, folks, for all the Asian folks out here, this is the one time that
This
America.
is Black History Month. Don't you bring these Asians here.
No,
You know how many black people are still pissed off that they got something to sign that we didn't?
Well, I will say this though. This is the one and only time that Hollywood gave an Asian director free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants.
All right, Mr. Wu, we've seen what you did over there in the Hong Kong land. Hong Kong. Yeah, that. We'll see what you did over there. So we can do that do that to the movies over here. Make it like really actiony and kung fu and all that stuff. So who do I get to work with? Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, 2 men that never did action. See ya.
And they let him do whatever he wanted to do on this movie. This is the
he
one
did.
movie in America he got free reign, with the exception of one little minor issue of a song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. He actually had to pay out of pocket for the rights to use that, but the studio backed off and let him work his John Woo magic on a movie.
So the question is this: like, normally when I look at movies of this caliber, I'm not this caliber. When it's a movie of a director from another language, you think there'd be a language barrier or something like that. Not for John Woo, because we have done 2 John Woo movies on this show already, and I have noticed one thing about John Woo's style. You see, John Woo has 2 speeds. It's either Hong Kong shotgun or it's it's either one of the 2. So we got them both in this. Good.
Speaking of Hong Kong shotgun, is it just me, or does every gun have the power of Hong Kong shotgun?
That's
in this game. No,
I'm talking about.
I mean, it is a video game, sir.
No. I'm just saying that this movie, everybody had, even if you had a pistol, it had the power of a Hong Kong shotgun.
That's his MO. He did it. We talked about it in the Battle Tomorrow. You saw him fucking pistol shoot off, and it's like.
and that's the other thing too, Chris. Was everybody also packing hollow points in?
Yes, they were.
See, here's the thing. Castor Troy, yeah, that crazy son of a bitch. He looks like his
he was great.
Oh yeah. He looks like a guy.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to stop you. Those were the Castor Troy's guns were Springfield Armory M1911 A1 pistols, man.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought, for whatever reason, they were Desert Eagles, and I instantly saw them when he showed it. I was like, those things are too small.
Yeah, they're way too.
And
small.
I was looking at it, I was like,
for them to be
that's not a Glock.
Nope.
That's not a Smith & Wesson. Mm-mm. I was flipping in my head. It was a Springfield. Didn't know that.
In order for them shits to be a Desert Eagle, them things need to be thick boys.
Oh yeah. Like I said, and I always assumed just because they were gold, you know what I mean? When you get gold, you think, oh, super gun. Boo, 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 boo.
Now I will believe that when it came to giving everybody, giving a certain character gold guns, that somewhere there is, somewhere in Japan, what's his face? God, what's the dude's name from dude that made Resident Evil said, you know what? We're gonna put those guns in a scrappy young punk in a prison in Cole Veronica. Except they're gonna be Lugers.
They're gonna be different, you see. I didn't get it from a movie. I can't lift that from anything.
There was so much overlap with this movie and others because before we get started, Con Air is a movie that Nicolas Cage did that he actually filmed both of Con Air and this back to back because the productions overlapped. So during the latter part of Con Air's production, he was also starting up filming on Face Off, and Con Air came out like I think 3 weeks before Face Off. basically. So Con Air did good business, and then Face Off came in, and boom, Nick Cage got another fucking heater.
And
on his
then,
hands.
and we're going to do another Nick Cage heater also, which is The Rock, which didn't come out this year. It came out the year before, didn't it? They came out the following year. That came in 98.
I think it was 98. I think.
Whatever, but either way, we're going.
No,
I think The Rock came out in 96.
Yeah, The Rock was definitely 96.
That was Michael Bay's first one. That was
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
It is 96.
Yeah,
oh,
96.
Yeah. So Nick was already. This was the weird part because remember, this is when Nick Cage was still taken seriously, and yes, for a lot of people that just think that, oh man, Nick Cage was good at one time. No, Nick Cage was considered top 10 at one point. And this is not me being funny. Because of this movie and because of Con Air, a lot of people saw a lot of value in Nick Cage. What a lot of people didn't see was that this nigga overacts every single thing he do, and it's going to get old real quick on all of y'all. And that's what happened to Nick Cage.
Bear in mind, too, before The Rock, he was really getting considered in terms of actually being the actors because he was getting critical praise for, was it Leaving Las Vegas? And there was another movie he did, It Could Happen to You. That was another one that was huge. And Guarding Test. Those were like 3 movies that everybody's like, oh man, Nicolas Cage can actually act. He's really good and dramatic.
You know what? And it also helped that very early in his career, he got raised in Arizona. And that really helped.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
That's a wacky ass fucking
It's probably one of 3 Coen Brothers movies that I have been seriously considering us doing. That one, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and Big Lebowski. Those were the 3 I've been really considering us doing. And to be really honest with you, if I want to add one more on there, just because it's such a fucking good film, No Country for Old Men. But those are like the Coen Brothers movies I really wanted us to do. I don't know, one day
Nick
maybe.
Cage.
But Raising Arizona is so good.
Nick Cage, nothing but just his facial looks throughout all of Raising Arizona, just crazy stuff. He's getting his ass whooped by the fucking Wild Texas? I forgot the name of that fucking dude. Just getting his ass whooped and shit. You just see him dragging him, and he has a look of like, why me? And just
the only thing I really remember that like the one scene I remember. God, I think it was the scene where he was getting his ass whooped, where he was holding up somebody. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. AD.
Yes, sir.
If we're going down a list of Nick Cage movies that we're going to do in the future, and feel free to say no to this.
All right, all right. I'm listening.
I think we should.
Go ahead. Are you close to even serious? First off, that is an HD DVD. It should be worth a lot of money, but it ain't. Anyway, second of all,
2 pennies.
Boy, Next Heiress.
The one where Nick Cage can actually predict the future for like 5 minutes or something. Like
No. The best part. Hold on. The best part of that movie, towards the end of the movie, where this motherfucker astral projected himself in a warehouse.
He could see like 2 minutes into the future. That's what the game was.
No. There was several versions of himself walking around going, nope, not there. He's not gonna come from over here. Then to make it best. No, the best part. This motherfucker never left that hotel room.
Guys,
Heiress,
you remember the trailer where he did the fucking shitty Matrix dodge when the fucking SWAT team was shooting at him?
Yes, that was that movie's hot. That was that movie's selling point.
Don't make me. You just convinced me because I forgot about the whole.
All I'm saying is, guys. All I'm saying is, if Harris is putting this
how
on
did
here,
he astral project?
All I'm saying is this:
he didn't have that power.
If Harris is nominating this movie, I have to put another movie in that came out the following year after this: the remake of Bangkok Dangerous.
Yes. Or hold on, guys. Or D, you pull an audible and we do Bad Lieutenant.
Ew, no, not this.
No,
not the Nick Cage version. No.
Yes, the Nick Cage version.
No. Do Cartel and nobody else on that one. No.
Bangkok Dangerous. I feel that
Bangkok Dangerous. You see the look I gave you, like That's classic.
Nick Cage
That
got
is
the fucking.
classic.
Here's the sick part.
On fire, bad Nick Cage.
I don't know how Nick Cage managed to get the directors of the original Bangkok Dangerous, which is a beloved classic, and he was like, "Hey, I want you to do a remake, and I want you guys to do it."
Man, this nigga took 2 franchises and threw his dick in the ear of it and killed them. I don't know how he did it, but he did it
with this and Bad Lieutenant, and I was like, "God damn!"
I think Bad Lieutenant has been making straight to DVDs since he left, and he's like it's always a new dude or some shit. I don't know, man.
But back to Face Off, like John Woo.
I'm sorry, Chris. I just still can't get over fucking New York One News. A clever action-packed ride. Is how they describe this.
I'm sorry, a what?
A clever action-packed ride.
Eric, you remember what I told you? Anytime somebody uses the terms action-packed or thrill ride, they're full of crap.
Yes.
Yeah, here we are.
This is why I want us to actually.
You have Nick Cage, Julianne Moore, and Jessica Biel.
See, this is why I wish that we were Rotten Tomatoes certified so they could see me and Eris and use a Moonfall review. Like 3 Black Geeks says, it's an action pipe, shitty thrill ride.
Hey, look, hey, Chris. Hold on, Chris. Nigga, don't sell yourself short. We could throw in the application.
Because they can't do a version of that I said. I mean, you can't. There's no way to do a verbal version of it. You can't.
No, I'm dead serious, Chris. Don't sell yourself short. I really do believe we can do it. Because shout out to our girl Laura. She's Rotten Tomatoes certified.
Yeah, she just got Rotten Tomatoes certified. Shout out to her. But no, going back to Face Off. I think we talked about this before with John Woo in America, and much like we talk about with John Wick. Every once in a while, the American action scene gets like a fucking injection shot in its arm when something new comes to the fold. And I remember when Face Off came out, bear in mind, we had this talk when Hard Target came out, but Hard Target didn't really get a lot of waves in Hollywood like that. Same with Broken Arrow, even though John Woo was part of it. But Face Off, I remember everybody in Hollywood was losing their mind of seeing like Nick Cage and what's his face, John Travolta doing Gun Kata-esque shit in the movie, and everybody was losing their fucking minds. It's this big new thing and stuff. Entertainment Tonight,
they made a big deal out of John Woo being the next big thing coming to America. I mean, remember, Jackie Chan wasn't too far behind. They was really baking on some of these Chinese acts to really inject some life into American cinema. I think that's really what you hit on just a second ago.
You brought up Jackie Chan. Side note, there's a video of Jackie Chan behind the scenes of Rush Hour where you know that stunt scene where Jackie's fighting those guys in the restaurant, right?
Yes.
Jackie's talking, and all of a sudden he stops. He's like, "Hold up, hold up." He was like, "Hold up, is Brett Ratner still on the phone? Fuck it. Here's how we're gonna do the scene." And he just takes over. It's funny as shit because it's like everybody was all shocked. I'm like, "No, guys, you gotta understand. Jackie knows how to direct shit because he did that shit over in Hong Kong." So as soon as he says, "Is Brett still on the phone?" He was like, "Fuck it. Here's how we're gonna do this fight. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna do this, and I'll do that." And I'm laughing my ass off that Jackie said, "Fuck it. I'm gonna do this shit in this scene." And everybody just listened. They didn't even question it.
I mean, are you really gonna question the man that's been doing this?
No, I ain't
shit?
saying they should. It's just funny how they just said, "Yes, sir, Jackie Chan. This is how we're gonna do the scene."
Yes, Mr. Chan.
I mean, seriously, are you really gonna question the man that's been doing this shit for like decades?
It's just funny. He just took over for it. It was just funny to me. He just said, "Is Brett on the phone? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and just do this shit now."
Here's the funny thing. When you look at John Travolta, it was really weird for him because with John Travolta's movie career, it was like sharp up and then it hit a dead
Pulp
spell.
Fiction, like boosted
This is what happened. This is pretty much what happened. Grease was like, it was actually Saturday Night Fever. That's really what brought him into the fold. Yeah, he was in Carrie, and yes, Eris, that's what we're gonna do. But he was in Saturday Night Fever. That was the biggest one they brought over. Of course, Grease pushed him over. He was an Urban Cowboy. Of course, that pushed him over. Blowout, a movie that is super underrated. He was in Blowout, and when he did Staying Alive in '83, that kind of kicked him dead in the nuts. Yes, he was in Look Who's Talking.
He had a franchise for a while. And Look Who's Talking, but at that point, nobody gave a fuck.
Nobody cared about him.
You know what?
It was what you just mentioned. It was in 1994 when Pulp Fiction came around. That saved his career.
Look Who's Talking. He was poor man's John Stamos. I hate to say it.
That's how he was.
He was coming off like John. He was coming off like poor man's John Stamos, like the cool uncle type.
Because let's be real. Hey, Chris, let's be real. Did you buy that marriage between him and Kirstie Alley in that movie?
Hell no.
They look like they would be the type of couple that wouldn't get married, but they would have kids.
So they would just be co-parenting.
Yeah, they'd be co-parenting. They wouldn't get married. They'd just be co-parenting.
Oh, they got co-parenting.
That's why that third movie made no sense. I'm like, y'all got married?
Second one, actually.
Yes,
you gotta really understand what happened to him after that. It was Pulp Fiction. It was Get Shorty. It was White Man's Burden. It was Michael. Phenomenon.
Why did you mention White Man's Burden? I don't like that movie.
Oh man, it needs to be mentioned. White Man's Burden,
awkward movie.
Needs to be mentioned because Harry Belafonte swore to God
this was going to be the movie where we could start a dialogue.
We can start a dialogue. Nah, he's still
economic positions of the white man and the black man. I'm like,
and like all things with Harry Belafonte, it has really good meaning to it, but it comes off very light skinned and doesn't help nobody. Anyway,
but Michael and Phenomenon really
did, and those really did. It really brought the charm that he had in movies that everybody liked about him. And then you had Broken Arrow, which John Woo directed. So John Woo, I know this motherfucker. We can make magic happen. And from that point on for John Travolta, it's been like this. It's really been like
this.
that.
Mad City was good. Face Off blew him up even bigger. Then he kind of dissipated, and Primary Colors boosted him up because he was basically doing his best Bill Clinton, essentially.
I don't think Primary Colors was that the one that helped him out?
It was a critical, like everybody.
I will tell you what is monstrously underrated. The General's Daughter is underrated. Yes, it's a movie about rape. Stick with it. It's good. Stick with it. It's good.
But then, wait, hold on. There is that other movie that he did. I would say two movies that I believe Travolta had fun doing that he was passionate about. Swordfish and Gotti.
I was getting to that because he went into
before that. No, but before both of them though.
He went into a slump again when he did Battlefield Earth.
Yeah,
and Battlefield Earth was really bad for him. Because not only he was starring in it, but it was also starring his church. The Church of Scientology was backing it all up, and it ended up becoming one of the biggest financial failures in the history of cinema.
And then
it was great.
And then he hooked up with.
It's a bad movie. There's no redeeming that movie. And then his little him doing Turl being so over the top. It's the only thing good.
And then he hooked up with Vince Vaughn to do Domestic Disturbance. That didn't really help him much.
Boy, Domestic Disturbance. I thought that was going to be the one. Nope.
But like Eric said, Swordfish is what blew him. Him and Halle Berry got blown up, and even Hugh Jackman to a degree. That movie blew him up. Then he did Basic, which was all right, fine. And then he did The Punisher, which kind of like, okay.
The Punisher, he wasn't bad in Punisher, man. Like I said, but after that, you see, at that point, it was all up and down.
Then you do Wild Hogs and Hairspray. It's like,
Here's the funny thing about that: Wild Hogs, yuck. Hairspray is beloved, actually. People.
Well, I mean, it's a musical. He leaned heavy on the musical aspect.
It's kind of funny. As much as you think, like people that didn't like the movie, like I've noticed people that rewatched that movie is like, this movie ain't bad. Like John Waters did a great job with it. Like it's new. Yes, it's not going to feel like the one he made back in the day. It's actually not bad.
The funny thing
it's actually really not bad.
The funny thing is, he actually had something going on. He did this movie with Disney called Bolt. That actually made money. It was one of those movies that
critics. You want to know something fun?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't name one kid. Actually, all the kids my son's age, 13 now, they were babies when that movie came out.
Here's the funny thing.
None of them. You know what happened to Bolt? Cars.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Bolt is in the same category as Planes and Cars, where it happened, it made money. The only difference is planes and cars had the benefit of toys to help.
No, planes got lucky though, because I thought he should never got a sequel. It did.
Dane Cook somehow put planes on his back. That's shocking, ain't it?
I can't believe Dane Cook started a Disney movie.
He put the Planes franchise on his back. If you would have told me that shit, I'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
But here's the kind of funny thing.
This was during during the height of his popularity.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing also about that. We mentioned Bolt. That also was around the same time they was really hyping up Princess and the Frog, and Disney kind of didn't give a shit about the advertisement on that either. They just made a bunch of blankets and hoped the kids bought them at thrift store. That's what they really did with Bolt and Princess and the
Then
Frog.
he had 2 movies. Taking a Pelton 1, 2, 3, what he did with Denzel. That was a dope movie.
I didn't like it. I didn't know it was that great.
From Paris with Love is the one that really, because he was playing this fucking crazy ass bald headed CIA agent, and
it wasn't that bad.
It was basically, it felt like he was playing his character from Swordfish, like it was a low key sequel to that movie a little bit, because that's how his character was, kind of like an unhinged
consider how his character at the end of Swordfish kind of favors him a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that's why everybody loved like From Paris with Love, because that was actually a pretty good standard movie. And then
I'm gonna tell you right now. 2012 to 2015 was all trash, and I've seen all of those movies. Savages, oh, it could have been so much better.
Yes.
Killing Season, boring. The Forger, boring. Life on the Line, it's bad, but I should watch it again. It might be so good it's bad. Criminal Activity was trash.
Dude, I watched Life on the Line. I was like, oh shit, Devin Sawa is still alive.
It could have been better.
I Am Raph was actually
it's terrible. It could have been better. I didn't see I Am Raph. Did I see I Am Raph? No, I did not.
Hey, our girl Rebecca De Mornay was in that movie.
And this is and at this point, and I actually at the point where you get around 2016, 2018, all of it straight to like home video, man.
And then
all
Gotti,
of them are.
The movie that we talked about, Gotti.
Yeah, we talked about Gotti last year. If anybody wants to hear that, please feel free to hear that that episode. It's a pretty damn good episode, and we really go into how it didn't try. That didn't try. It had so much potential and failed. But here's the one thing that we're missing between that though, Eric. But Chris, in 2016, he did The People versus O.J. Simpson.
Oh, he got critical acclaim.
He was Robert. He did a great job.
It was
with Robert
great.
Shapiro on that.
It's great. Hey, look, low key. I did like Cuba Gooding Jr. as OJ. That was dope. Oh, you fuck.
Oh man, no. You still can't beat Michael Jamal Warner as AC. That's the best thing in the world. You cannot.
Time out for a second.
It's even better hearing Cuba Gooding Jr. go, "Where's AC?"
Let me tell you something. Okay, so real talk. Girl that I'm dating, right? I was chilling at her place, right? And we were trying to check out the movie. And I was like, you know what? Let's watch Drop Zone. I haven't seen that movie in years. We're watching it. Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm watching it. All of a sudden, who do I see in the passenger seat talking to Wesley Snipes? Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot he was in this movie. Wow. That's exactly how it was in People vs. OJ. I was like, oh, Malcolm Jamal Warner is in this.
Oh, Michael Jamal Warner, I forgot what show he's in right now. He's on a show on Fox where it's like him and doctors and shit. Yeah, and my wife watches New Amsterdam on NBC. And I was like, hey, baby, you saw this? She's like, oh, it's New Amsterdam, but it's a black guy in it. It's a black guy as a star.
Yeah, the Resident.
Instead of it being a white guy. Here's me. You're still gonna watch this. You're still gonna watch New Amsterdam over. I'm gonna keep watching New Amsterdam. I'm good.
but back to Face Off. But just going to everything and stuff. It was just this big smorgasbord of everybody in this movie that's just batshit crazy, and yet you just go with it.
So let me get this straight. So let's just get right to it. All right, and we're gonna go all over the place on this. So I started off, guys. I got a question. So here's the thing: we don't know where the bomb is at. But the only person that knows it is his brother. We're going to take Pollux. We're going to take your face
that
off.
Sounds like the shit for fucking Goodfellas. Nance.
I know. Yes. We're going to take your face off. Take his face off.
You didn't do it right. Face
off. We're going to take his face off and put it onto yours. Reconstruct not only your nose, your lips, and your fucking shape up. We're going to give you the same size dick he has too, because because bone structure works that way.
But wait, hold on.
Handle, so he has an 8-pack abs. Like Nick Cage did.
Hold on, stop everything. We're not going to sit here and breeze past the 1997 early adoption of 3D printing. See how they were putting that ear together?
No, it's Darkman levels. It's Darkman levels of 3D printing.
We was like, yo, we're just now getting to that point, and I wish it was that fast. Yo,
Yeah, I mean,
Instant ear.
nowadays that shit, you can get a 3D printer. It's like, oh, you need an ear? All right, 3D print that shit off. All right, cool. Yeah, you need
All
a
right,
finger?
see,
3D
look
print
at
it.
this. All right, see you in like 15 hours though, man. Yeah, that's fast. See you.
But the way that thing
What, you gonna grow a new one?
No,
Yeah,
but
shut the fuck up.
No, but the way that thing was working was just too good. I was like, damn, this is legit 3D printing.
Now, bear in mind,
We
You know
predicted
the
this
best-
shit.
and-
We predicted this shit in the 90s.
And here's the best part about it, guys. All done with the power of Windows 95.
That's right.
Yes. Do I believe? Now, this is just
98
me.
not even released yet.
This is
Not
me
even
being-
released yet, nigga.
This is
There will
me.
be another. There will be a few more months before it comes out.
This is me being former military. I believe that they had a prototype version of that in the 90s that they sat on and they tested it out and just sat on it because it wasn't ready yet. They tried to test it on a soldier and it didn't quite work out.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet the computer ran out of RAM in the middle of doing that shit? How much you want to
You know
bet?
how many RAM sticks that thing burnt through?
Boy, that's like, what is that? That's a motherboard, nigga. What? Just bringing out all these fried cubes, young.
Hey, tell Ted to take his ass to Babbage's and get some more fucking damn
You
RAM
better
sticks.
stop. You better stop. It was California. It was electronic boutiques. It wasn't Babbage's. That's an East Coast thing. I don't know if Babbage's was East Coast or whatever. Whatever.
Oh no. Babbage's was still
Man,
thriving in
they just
97.
flew back on that one.
Hey, this 97 Babbage's was still flopping. It was like, all right.
Yo,
Babbage's it is.
You know,
I'm looking at
no,
this.
and you ain't lying because this electronics boutique. It didn't become EB Games yet.
I know.
That ain't that EB
It was
game
legit.
shit.
They wanted you to know the full government electronics
This is
boutique.
before but GameStop came in with the Birdman hand rub like any minute now we're gonna buy them.
So, you know,
GameStop
y'all
just
niggas
rolled-
just been chilling
rolled
for a
in
while, man.
They just rolled in and said, "Hey, electronics boutique, you know, mess around with the letters a little bit. Call yourself EB Games. Hey, Babbage's. I'll see you soon.
Hey, guys.
Funkoland.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Funkoland. Slipped you a little check.
You my
We'll
body.
talk.
It's like this. Hey, yo,
We'll talk.
Funkoland. Hey, it's like
I
this. Hey, yo,
slid you a
Funkoland.
check.
Now,
We'll
this
talk.
is Funkoland. Hey, what's up, baby? Yeah, you know you my baby, right? You know I love you, right? That's how GameStop talk to.
Hey,
No, that's why I
Funkoland.
love you most.
Hey,
All
Funkoland.
those pretty little rainbow colored letters. I love them.
Hey, you know the sick part? Sick part is imagine if you will. Pocket change.
I'm not
was
go
direct-
ahead and sell that Super Nintendo for $400
This
for
is
no
the-
reason.
This is the sick part. You ever seen a slow death happen and then a takeover happen?
Oh yes.
Funkoland was across from us from Pocket Change. Now, if you were an early person that went to Pocket Change like me and Eris did all the time, you slowly saw the GameStop takeover of Funkoland over time. 1 minute you see Funkoland as you're walking out of fucking
Nigga,
Pocket Change.
wasn't it like capitalism in motion?
Yes, it was.
Nigga,
It was the funniest shit ever because the sick part was GameStop was literally 2 stores down from fucking Pocket Change. So they were beefing at one point. And all of a sudden, GameStop slowly started putting their flex on Funkoland a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on here? Why do you have GameStop stickers in your store? What's going on?
yeah, I don't even know.
Now, you know,
I don't even know, brother. Power to the players.
No, you know the really best part though, Chris. Outside the mall was another Funkoland, and it was the last. It was the last surviving Funkoland in all of PG County.
That Funkoland was an old white guy in the middle of the field with a shotgun. I've been on this land since the Civil War, and by gum, I'm gonna stay there.
Dog, he was Abraham in Walking Dead season 2 with the shotgun, just like, nah, I ain't going down without a fight.
Oh, you mean Herschel?
Herschel.
If anybody seen the if anybody was blessed enough to
no
see
reload whatsoever.
If anybody was blessed enough to
shotgun
see
ammo.
If anybody was blessed enough to see the D movie classic from Frank Stallone, Lethal Games, it was the old white woman that lived in that trailer that scared off 2 guys with a single gun, and then they threw a fucking bomb in her house, and all she did was easily crawl out of it. I'm gonna get you. She's still alive.
Now, here's my thing. They need Pollux Troy to tell him where the bomb is in a way. So like I said, D's describing everything. They even describe like, yeah, we're going to get rid of your love handles and make you slim like Castor Troy and all that stuff. Now bear in mind, it is based off of something that happened in real life. There was a guy that actually shot his face off in a failed suicide attempt with a shotgun, and they actually did facial reconstruction that actually turned out pretty decent. It wasn't.
Oh no, I think your mouth would look like that nigga off a preacher, man. If you did that shit, yeah, you know the little.
Fucking I forgot the name, but yeah,
I thought it would be like that, some type of weird thing where you
it
can
wasn't
see the
that
bullet
bad.
in there.
I mean, look, I hate to say it like this, it wasn't bad for 1997. Hate to say
So
it
you
like
know,
that.
it was still this little. It was like, I know what you see, but thankfully the scars are not the way they were.
It's almost like our boy that shot the dude's face off in a hunting accident.
God, who's the dude that who's that? Hinkley? Remember that Family Guy where he's like, yeah, I got a joke. So this guy has a gun and Hinkley goes, no, go finish it. Finish it. So God damn it, Family Guy.
Nick Cage and John Travolta, I give them credit because they both actually got to know each other offset in order to kind of they basically getting to know each other. They came to the conclusion, all right, if we're gonna do this thing where we're reversing roles, we got to do something like mannerisms. Like, what is your mannerisms that I can do?
I see it much from Nick Cage.
I mean, Nick Cage was trying his best to be like John Travolta.
Travolta did it though.
Yeah,
Travolta studied. Nick was just like, all I gotta do is just kind of cry.
I mean, he look when they switch roles, Nick Cage is trying to be John Travolta, who he's the typical
family
man that he's really overworked at the FBI, which means that his daughter is the typical rebellious teen that smokes and goes out
with cigarettes and fuck the guy from that 70s show, Dad.
He might want to rape me, but I don't care.
Everybody, that was high.
He might want to rape me, but I don't care. He loves me. You know that shit. You know.
Oh my God!
Hold up! Shout out to that moment where dude, he comes out straight big boots, the freaking car window.
Man, that Corvette got his
out the car.
Yo, that Corvette got his ass kicked too.
And proceed like, bro, it was literally the bonus stage from Street Fighter 2 where he just fucked up the car.
I like how
yanked the dude out of the car, beat the brakes off of him, and I'm like, dude, the car did nothing wrong. Why are you attacking the car?
Here's the thing. I like how his daughter picks up on one. Oh, this ain't typical dad. He's usually just saying, no, don't. Now, all of a sudden, he got balls. What the fuck happened? Now he's smoking with me? What's going on here?
Now, here's the funny thing.
No. The best moment. No, the best moment. While we're talking, do you have protection? What? You mean condoms? No. Protection. I was like, that's a smooth ass butterfly knife there.
Okay,
sir.
All right. I have to say this because D has went out with a few of these girls. This is one thing I know. This is a fact. See, it's kind of funny how the wife was suspicious, the daughter was suspicious, but all went out the window because dad did something that all daughters would love for a father to do. Give them a weapon. I'm not joking.
That means dad cares.
No, give him a weapon. Hold up. Give him a weapon and a cigarette.
Here's the kicker.
I think the cigarette was like, Dad just trying to be cool. What the fuck you? Oh my God, that's a fucking butterfly knife. Oh my God, that's fucking sick, Dad.
Did you like
that, Dad?
No, did you like the instructions that he gave? Next time, let him take his pants down. And what you do is you take the knife, you stick it in the thigh, you twist it so that the wound doesn't close.
Here's the sick part. The wife picked up on it because, like, hold up. This motherfucker French kissing me. He hasn't done that since high school. What the fuck's going on here?
I asked my wife very
Second of all, what's with the super romantic dinner? You never do this.
Now here's the funny thing.
How the hell are you gonna have a whole ass plate of spaghetti, salad, and lobster tails?
I'm mad that was a red flag for his wife. That's fucked up.
No. That's the truth.
That is truth.
No, this is the truth. Let me tell you something. I have never cheated on my wife once.
You want to know the real?
And go ahead, Eris.
You want to know the real red flag? Like a breadsticks. Go ahead, D.
Shut the fuck up, Eris.
He did grab his wife's ass, and I'm pretty sure he's like, hold up. What's going on?
So here's the thing. The one thing I notice is this. If any man does any type of improvement in his life, the woman's not going to believe it. for two reasons. What did you do wrong?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
What did
usually
you
the first
do?
thing.
Why you? Well, this is
Who'd
too
you
much
fuck?
at once. Who is this? What is going on? Second of all, my wife said this is just really truthful. I like, baby, if everything's different, he still has the same body and all that. Would you still know it's not me? About a minute in, I would probably know. And
Okay.
most women would.
That's fair.
And most women be like, hey, get off.
Now, now we
Get
don't.
off.
Now we
Get
don't.
off for a second.
Now,
Woo,
now we
woo, that's too much at once.
now we don't know. Now we don't know if
Oh, they didn't fucking years. So yeah, it
no.
didn't matter.
Here's the thing: we don't know if Castor Troy and Sean Archer's body fucked Sean's wife.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
You
he
think he
did.
did? You think
He
he did?
did. He
Yes,
did.
he
He
did.
pulled.
Let me
He
tell you
pulled the
something.
DL.
Let me
He
tell-
pulled the DL.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh my god, he did.
Let me tell you something. D, let me tell you something, Chris. Like, Chris, let me tell you something, bro. Grease wasn't just a movie.
Shut up, Eris.
I'm just
But
saying.
it is John Travolta what we're talking about here. So
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What it ain't Grease wasn't just a movie at that
What
moment.
made it more funny?
real quick, because I seen this joke recently. Look at it. Even the bartender looks like John Travolta. Yeah, looks like.
But the sick part
That
about it
came
was
out a year before Pulp Fiction. That was funny.
the
That's
sick part
funny.
of it is when he gets to his job, all of a sudden his boss who's been giving him shit all of a sudden, now all of a sudden Castor and Sean's body is fucking giving it back to his boss, and his boss is like, oh, well, you got some balls there. You know what? You're right. Let me go ahead and get out your office.
I like how you came with that last time. God damn it. I don't know what you're doing, Archer, but you're going over my head and I don't like it. You know why? I'm Castor Troy.
What?
Neck chop, back in the head, back in the head, back in the chest, and he's dead.
Oh, I
Hey
like how
man,
he's
this old nigga dead, yo.
We're getting
No.
real sick and tired of your Gestapo tactics.
I like how he after he did that, he smooth was like, oh man, you got to call the ambulance. I think he has a heart attack right here. You might want to do it just in the smoothest of ways. I was like, that is perfect. No freaking out, no like being all melodramatic as a bad guy, which is like this is why I like Castor Troy. He does it in a very subtle, like, nah, I'm not gonna make it dramatics. I'm not gonna, blow my cover as Sean Archer, masquerading as him. I'm gonna still kind of play it. Oh man, I'm so sad that our boss died.
Actually, I don't know. No, the second he walked in there and go, I was like, okay, that's not Sean.
No, wait. What else gave it away, D? How about this one? Sir, we're really sorry to hear about your team. Can I say shit happens?
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Market Tro, for the line.
No, Margaret Joy, bro. Oh my god. Did you have a surgery?
What surgery?
What
What
surgery?
do you mean?
Did you get the stick out your ass? Because it's the 90s, I'm surprised John Travolta said this. Did your lesbian friend take it out my ass and kept it walking?
Which to be fair, when you look at
pause right here before somebody come out my head, I really mean this by Margaret Cho. How is it that she is a pioneer? And I mean that.
oh, she is a pioneer.
And nobody kind of respects her.
Of course not.
It's weird, isn't it? Like she does get respected, but not where I think it should be at. Like she's
wanna
a
know why?
fucking pioneer.
You want to know? You want to know why? Would you like to know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just funnier to shit on her.
Yeah,
But she didn't do anything wrong. Though. That's the
She
thing.
didn't do anything. Hold on,
She just
Chris.
went. She went.
No,
she went
I
full
got you.
dyke lesbian,
No, I
and
got
it just
you.
turned off a lot of people.
No,
That's
I
pretty
got-
what happened.
No, I got you, Chris. It's funnier to make. It's funnier to shit on her because there's nobody else.
I mean,
And it's messed up. Here's the funny thing. Like I
It's
said,
1996.
no, I had a very,
What other options?
I
What
had a
other
very-
options are there?
I had a very sick joke, but I don't want to say it.
I hate how Margaret Cho told all those white executives, "I am Korean," and a bunch of them went, "Don't get that bitch a job ever again." Like I say, it's amazing how Margaret Cho is a freaking pioneer, but I don't think she's respected.
She had a
enough for it.
show called All American Girl, which was like the first show with an East Asian
One-
family. She had Pat Morita in it. You
season.
got Mr. Pat Morita in there, and she had a battle with ABC execs over the direction of the show, which is why it only got one season. It sucks.
one season.
And it was a funny show
and
because
it was groundbreaking too.
Yeah.
Even and the one thing that she said that she actually liked about it, yes, Pat Morita's a Japanese man, but he knew the bigger deal.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is the first time we're going to get an Asian show in primetime television. Hell yeah, I want to be all a part of this. Like, yeah. So it was a big deal. And just the fact that white people was like, you can't have one more white friend. You know, no, okay, bye, Margaret. Oh, you know what they did, bro? Oh, chingo chong. Oh, you take my show. I know they did that. It had to be way worse than what I did. Take my show.
I mean,
anyway.
I mean, yeah, it's and the thing of it is, it's like Sean Archer, like you said, he's the family man. He definitely does. Like, look, I get Travolta this. Like you said, I think you're right in the fact that he's probably doing the acting on both ends. He does know how to play the guy that has a stick up his ass, very by the books FBI agent, which is to his detriment because I think that's what makes his camaraderie with Castor Troy so good because Castor knows, oh, this motherfucker plays by the book. Even though he wants my ass and he wants to fucking get me dead to rights, he's gonna play this shit by the book so I can do some shit. I can go nuts.
I just like it when your boy Sean.
Why not get rid of the competition?
Yeah, exactly.
I just like it when your boy Sean was ass Castor Troy getting his ass whooped in that prison. And he finally talks to Pollux, and Pollux is like, yeah, the Ellie Convention Center. He's like, yeah, thanks. He just like walks off all excited. Yeah, I get to tell the FBI who it is. You're going to take down Castor. Oh, my God, that's me walking in. No.
Oh, and here's the sick part. This is why also I like Castor. There's a scene where, and I like how they played it up. We briefly, for a second, we see Castor's not like his bloody ass face, and he's smoking a cigarette, and it's surreal when you see it for the brief second. And the movie's good for that because they don't just linger on it. It's like you see it for a second.
Did.
Yeah, you might have.
I hit pause. Yo, Nick. So you just squirted ketchup on your head twice and just rubbed it, didn't you?
No, here's the thing.
They did nothing.
Nick did not want to actually see what he looked like when he did those scenes. They took all the mirrors and anything out of that whole scene where he's talking to stuff out there, so he didn't see it because he didn't want to see it.
That would totally make sense because real talk, if you're trying to be in character, the last thing you want is to see what your disfigurement looks like.
And I think because, and this is not a knock on Nick, I think because most of his shtick is facial.
Yeah.
No,
kind of hard
because all the inflections I'm going to give is going to be like me jerking my head around like this.
It's better to not see it.
Hey, D. It's kind of hard to do that when you got no face.
Yo, but look, what I love about the scene though, is that Castor.
Now hold on, I could have went super. Sorry, Chris. I could have went super corny and said, "Well, it's kind of hard to do that when your face is off."
No, Eris. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Your face is.
What I find funny is that, Castor literally gets his boys and says, "Hey, get them doctors out the fucking bed at midnight. Bring their ass to the fucking hospital so they can put this new Sean Archer face on me, and then kill him afterwards."
I mean, effectively. Now, here's the fun part. This is where it hits D. So, hey, Sean. So, you didn't leave a note behind.
Nothing to the kids.
A secondary thing. I understand you don't want to alert the kids or nothing, but in case something go down, nigga, I'm really Castor Troy down here. Well, nothing else, man.
Well, D.
It was only three people that knew.
No, D. D. To be honest with you, that information is classified.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that at the end of the movie,
I hate how you bring up, hey, the plot hole. We explained it. It's classified.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Margaret Cho had to be the one to be like, "Hey, I knew, I looked it up," and I'm like, "All right, cool, she knew." But damn, what would happen if Castor killed her? And I'm like, then so what happens at the end then?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it because it's the whole thing of you don't want any loose ends like blowing up everything and stuff and blowing his cover. But the fact that like Pollux kind of low key picked up on it after he's like, "Yeah, I told him it was at the convention center." What the fuck, dude?
How do you like when Pollux found out that Castor was in Shard? He was like, "Oh, sucky now.
Oh, we can do some shit now.
Let me find out what you're doing now, bro. What you trying to do? I'm gonna take it from the inside, and didn't accomplish none of it. Anyway,
I mean, he did a little bit.
I mean, he did a little bit.
Something I thought about too when they decided to put this plan together. I mean, you really think that by just taking somebody's face, taking your own face, like literally taking your own face off and putting your enemy's face on, and copying their speech pattern and trying to copy their mannerisms and all that shit. You don't think for one moment that maybe the one thing that you need is their memories, because they're going to be going into the danger zone, and while you're in this danger zone, you're going to come across all these people that be like, holy shit, dude, when'd you get out? Or, oh my God, I can't believe you're alive. Hey man, do you remember when we shot that kid like 2 years ago? That could be a trick question and you don't even know that.
Oh, you think I ain't setting up contingency plans if I'm a caster? Ask what the password is. What's the password is? Password, but the nigga ain't ever gonna say it.
Well, I mean,
what's the password? Password 1.
Well, I mean, you know what's crazy too is that like Castor's his ex-wife, when Sean's rolling in there as Castor, and he's trying to like make amends with her, and she's looking at him like, nigga, we don't like each other. What are you doing? Like, and granted, he also sees that Castor has a kid, because we find out
and of course
at the beginning of the movie, the reason why Sean goes after Castor is because Castor killed his son for a bullet that was meant for Sean.
Now, let me tell you something. What makes this movie extra white is the melodrama that comes with it. And the melodrama is, he took my son. Get off me, bitch.
All you have to do is
that's his mood. I miss him so much.
Which is why the daughter rebelled, because I lost my baby brother. Fuck you, Dad. I'm like,
yeah, Dad, it's your fault that a gang member came up and shot him in the face. I wish you were never born, Dad.
I did like that she quickly, like with the quickest of ease, got that blood. Didn't even think twice. Didn't even try to be subtle. Just, this motherfucker sleep. Done.
Like woke up like a fucking mosquito hit him. Like,
and then she pulled up, dude. I like how she pulled that freaking blood type. I was like, oh my God, his blood is AB. And you really think that after poking the shit out of him, that this motherfucker wasn't gonna know?
Yo, Sean Archer's wife is the most traumatized person. It's not enough that your husband's enemy pretty much fucked you, but then your husband comes in his enemy's body rolling up on you like, I'm your husband, and you're like, what the fuck?
I just had sex with you. Nah, bitch, you had sex with Castor Troy. Yeah, I'm gonna dump now as you sit there, I'm gonna dump more trauma on you as on top of that.
She is like, she needs therapy after this movie. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The second Sean walked through that door with that little white kid, that's a divorce for me. I'm sorry. I had to get banged out by Castor Troy. By the way, some of the best sex I had in years. And you mean to tell me that
anal? This is crazy.
You gonna bring that nigga convinced me to do anal. You know I sucked his dick. No, Sean. Sit down.
FYI.
No, you know how women get all serious? I put his penis in my mouth.
FYI.
Afterwards.
FYI, for a girl to do anal.
I let him let the chopper fly on me. You don't know what that means? Ever see a down? Yeah.
Never mind. The chick letting you do anal. That's like the sky's the limits, right there.
Castor found a way.
I don't care what anyone tells you. You do that shit. That's love.
Yeah, that's love. She thought she was making love to Sean for the first time ever, and it's like, oh, damn.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question. How would you want to bet when Sean got his face back and they went to make love again, and she like did a move? He was like, "Why are you doing that?"
That sex life is in shambles.
Boy, yo, there are jagged rocks at the bottom of a mountain in Aspen that are way more clear than what that divorce trial is going to be like.
Because bear in mind, it ain't like you're saying like a significant other cheating on you with a different man. Where it's like, all right, that's a different man. Whatever, right?
Imagine if you were Vegeta and you woke up knowing that Frieza made Bulma come a couple times. That will just get right here, Eris. This is what I'm saying.
No. I take it a step further. Captain Ginyu was in your body banging out fucking Bulma, and then now you're confused, like, so what the fuck did he do in my body that made you all of a sudden happy?
Actually, I'm more confused because I think that was a hentai.
There's a dojin.
That sounds like one. That sounds like a straight up dojin.
There's a dojin that's made up of Captain Ginyu and Vegeta.
Captain Ginyu, you got to see, not only you get to see Captain Ginyu's penis, but you get to see his abs. And here's me. I didn't ask for none of them. I didn't ask for none of this. None of it.
Really want to get sick, Captain Ginyu and Bulma getting banged out by Vegeta. And he enjoys it.
Don't you like the level of weeb that we're getting into? Because some weebs like, now they talking to shit. Now please tell me Bulma got a penis too. And that's you want to know why there is so much inclusion.
Professor Slump knows how to make an artificial penis, so that just makes it just crazy right there.
You do mean Dr. Giro, but I'll let that go.
No, because Professor Slump is into that.
Professor Slump know that shit.
Because it's Professor Slump. He has a cigarette in his mouth. He's a guy that just does crazy ass shit. Any scientist with cigarettes fall out of his mouth.
Are you talking about?
You talking about Dr.
You're talking about Dr. Brief?
Yeah, Dr. Brief.
All right, you talking about Dr. Brief? No, he's a dog. He does automobiles and aerodynamics. He does nothing.
Hey, that means he does dabble into it a little bit. I mean,
he does not dabble in that.
He did work on Android 16. He's like the black man that's like, yeah, it's your catalytic converter. Let me go ahead and fix that shit. I can't do nothing about that bomb though, so I'm just gonna take that shit out.
Hey man, I don't even know what they was using down there in the Red Ribbon Army, man. Like half of this shit is in like some type of Russian. I don't even know what it is. the capsule translate is like not helping me right now.
No, and then we're not even talking about Castor Troy's kid, who you just saw your fucking, you might as well say your uncle and the aunts getting the choppers rained on them by the fucking SWAT team and shit.
Man, seeing that Dennis the Menace ass kid slow this whole movie down. Let me tell you something about the melodrama. The melodrama threw an anvil. It threw an anvil in the hands of the movie at several times because we had to stop and see this white man. I get it. I have my enemy's face and I have his voice. Oh, woe is me. You said yes, motherfucker. I don't understand this.
Because it ain't like hard boiled where the melodrama of old boy being undercover, it weighed on him very heavily because he was deep undercover for so many years. So
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, if this was Sipowicz, he went with Fort Smoke. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Sipowicz was like, all right, you gonna put my face on that jerk off? All right, cool, let's do this.
But it's also not believable because
hey, where's the drugs at? Hey, he's like, hey, he got the voice of the cop. I do. But that's an NYPD bro I wouldn't watch.
But I mean, it's also weird because it's like for Sean Archer to be this guy that was so dedicated to the job, you think he'd been game for it because, like you said, he said yes to it. So now all of a sudden, like, it's not to say he didn't love his wife and kid. Don't get it twisted. It's just the love of the job overwrote the love for his wife and daughter.
I like how he just really just told his wife straight up, I'm not fucking you. He just kept walking out the door.
You knew the dig. You knew the jig when you saw I was working for the FBI. Just saying.
Do you know the day that my son died? Yeah. Our sex life died. I get it. You're Janet Jackson. I get it. Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not sucking your dick, Sean. I hope you know that, right?
Come on, Sean. We can, go for a vacation. I can't go for a vacation. Why? Because LA is going to blow up. My wife said this, quote unquote. Fuck LA. I'm like, yes, because if that was me, I'm like, I don't know, baby. All of LA is still in there. Hey, let's just go to a different city. Everybody loves a win. I would have been out of LA. I would have retired. Been doing the bankhead bounce on television because it was 97. Talking about I took out all Castor Troy. Come on, dog.
What we find out is that they didn't find the bomb and E3 got blown up. There you go.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up.
Check it out. Did y'all
like
the plan? Did y'all like that plan that that Travolta's character does? Fucking Sean sends an altar boy directly to Castor and said, "Excuse me, mister, somebody told me to give this to you." It's a picture of the kid. at his brother's funeral.
Have we talked about the fact that Castor Troy at the beginning of this movie as the fucking Pope and that is the most wildest shit
This dude
ever.
dressed up like a padre walks up to a 14-year-old and grabs her ass and go, oh.
First of all, D, we are not going to sit here and slander a man who was clearly giving future messages to a certain Biden, and
No. Biden didn't grab her ass. He just he just touched her shoulders.
No. He does.
Sniffed her a little.
Let me finish. When I said
sniffed her a little bit.
D, that's my point. I said giving mixed messages. I ain't say all of them. Damn it!
Not all of them at once.
The mixed messages. He only took part of it, and that was just the hair sniffing.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, look.
I hope Joe never said nothing borderline. No, I really mean this. I'm pretty sure, like I said, yeah, I think it is. No, I don't think it's harmless.
No, here's the thing.
Look, we know enough grandpas to know. Look, you got the most minor thing. Keep it walking. We know how nasty these old men get.
Here's the thing. Joe does what any old man, I'm not even going to put this to a race, any old man does.
Thank you.
Where they hit a line and they stop.
Oh, yeah. And Joe's line is like, peaches. Keep it going.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good.
Right here.
I have a prostitute in DC I sleep with.
Listen. First of all, this right here is the end of the line. He gets to about right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey.
Because this space right here in the middle, that's the safety.
Yeah, it's safety.
I mean, you don't go to the edge. You go about right here.
People like him. It's like people like him. There's a reason why it's like you ain't gonna hear black people talk about that shit. They'll talk about the crime bill because like fuck you put our niggas in jail, even though some of them deserve it. But whatever. But at the same time, we ain't gonna talk.
They did theirs. Yeah. Fuck half of them niggas because they need to be in jail.
Hey, look. I'm just saying. We know some relatives that were out there slinging drugs.
Joseph Biden sniffing women's hair. Anyway,
no black person's gonna do that because
black person's gonna get on that.
Yeah,
like I said, white lady, keep it moving because Joe could have been like any of these other politicians, and they don't sniff. They just say shit like this.
Suck my dick.
You know, you should be bent over right now. like that's way worse than me.
Or they happen to run into the father.
You're a journalist. They let you out the kitchen too.
No, D. They run into the fathers of the girls that they happen to be doing that shit with.
And
they say, and I quote, you know, Kevin, you know what I was thinking when I was staring at the back of your daughter's head? Your promotion.
Senator Jackson, thank you so much for molesting my 14-year-old daughter. I love you so much. You have my vote. Look, you have my vote. Make sure there's no more abortions.
Side note, there's something to be said about some of these younger senators that be doing some borderline shit where they be the ones that you can clearly tell they jog in the morning, so they're in good shape, so they gotta send shirtless videos to these women. I'm like, I don't think they want that.
I will never understand how.
Why?
I will never understand how Anthony Weiner actually showed dick pics to bitches. That never. You don't mean yourself.
Your
like
name
that.
is Anthony Weiner. Why are you doing this, sir?
Here's the best part. Here's the best part.
Chris, I could answer that. He clearly could not help it.
The best part.
His last name is Weiner, I guess.
The best part. I hated this so much. Anthony Weiner ended up showing up on Bill Maher's show probably like almost a year after that, right?
Yeah, it was a year.
And I hate to say this. Oh, I hate the fact that he's out of politics. He's really good. And Bill said what I was thinking. Well, if you didn't show your dick, it would have been great. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
But look, one Jonathan Edwards was on a cusp of being president, and then
chick. This is what happened. He fucked some other chick while his wife had cancer. Only Rudy Giuliani can get away with that.
You can't be a good-looking white guy that has his hair and cheat on your wife that has cancer. You just can't do that. That's against the rules.
If you look like Newt Gingrich, you could have got away with that crap.
Oh, so gentlemen, quick question going back to the movie. I want to know who ordered the white doves.
Bruh.
I think the church did.
Yeah,
they
they did.
came with the church.
Because part of the deal.
Because and you know this is some John Woo shit because the white doves always show up in his movies and and I do believe Hideo Kojima was a John Woo fan because he
Oh,
did
he
it
definitely
again.
was.
Because he did it because he did that shit himself in at the end of Metal Gear 2.
Here's the sick part. I am
I mean,
still
they just love the doves.
last year I went on a Mission Impossible marathon, and I'm still a stand for Mission Impossible 2, but I understand people's anger about that movie. But I still
That
love
movie
it.
is no. You know, here's the look. I don't think one day we will get to the Mission Impossible series.
Mission
But
Impossible 2 had
is ridiculous.
No,
It's ridiculous.
No, it's ridiculous.
I spit it on the camera.
It's ridiculous. No, listen, it's ridiculous. But it did come with an awesome ass Metallica song.
Yeah, it really did.
I thought you were going to say that.
The Limp Bizkit one.
No. I am not going for the low hanging fruit of
That's
that
easy.
soundtrack.
Boy.
I'm giving the respect to the song that deserves it, which is "I Disappear."
Yeah.
Hey, Eris, I got a question, man. If you were in the 90s and you had a push button thing to activate stuff, would it be flames on it too?
Yes.
And that's the thing about this
And
movie.
when you defuse the ball, would it be some anime girl shaking her titties? Would it be the same thing?
Yes.
My God, Eris, you know what that means? You are a part of Generation X.
No, I need some Alice in Chains.
It's the sick part that
Black hole sun, won't you come?
I feel so alone. Gonna end a big old pile of them bones.
No, it's the other one, Stone Temple Pilots. Where you going for tomorrow?
Hey, Chris, no, Chris, the other. Hey, Chris, no, Chris, the other. No, Chris, the other.
Got
song.
time, got dead.
No, Chris, the other song.
Chris. Find it. I'm sorry, that is a nigga tune right there.
No, Chris, the other song from that album, Dirt.
Oh God, hold up. Speaking of 90s crap on here. Speaking of 90s, what really did it for me
was trash.
I didn't know it had to have one. But you know what really got it for me was the Caesar cut of Castor Troy. That's what really did it for me. And the other thing
to have a fade.
And there's one aesthetic that I'm not saying I exactly want it back because now that I'm a grown man, I really realize it's just cosmetic, but it's something I miss. I miss white bitches that did that shit where they line their lips up like with dark and then like the red. Like I missed it. Like Gina Gershon's. She had the little black outline, but the lip glosses. I actually kind of miss that. I actually kind of miss it. I really I miss when white girls look like that.
Gina Gershon, aka fucking what's that shit? That movie fucking movie that we always talk about. Everybody got A's and shit.
Oh, Showgirls.
Yeah, she was in Showgirls. I was like, yeah, Gina Gershon. She has a very interesting filmography.
Y'all want to know something interesting? In 2002, she gave fellatio to a chicken bone, and you're probably saying, "How did that happen?" Matthew McConaughey made her do it. Killer Joe is one of the most messed up movies in the world.
Put me on the
and
Killer
you
Joe.
Love it.
You put me on the Killer Joe, and it's like, Chris, you gotta understand, man. She fellatioed a chicken. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
You have to see it to believe it. This nigga stuck out the chicken bone. Say, well, he said, I forgot what he said. He said, get the sucker to something. He just see Jiggy go bust the lip. Go. I'm like, yo!
Meanwhile,
I can already see
Christian Hayden Church is like.
I can already see Matthew right now. All right.
Me and Angie had so many jokes. Now you see. Now imagine if this was a black. Now imagine this is your daughter. Like, you know how he did it in the time.
Now imagine if she was white.
Now imagine she was a woman.
Hey, look, man. I would say
Jennifer
this.
Sean is white. Eh.
Look, I had to look. I had to.
Gypsy. I don't think she's all the way white.
She plays a gypsy
She's
in
more
Curb Your
gypsy like.
Enthusiasm. Curb Your Enthusiasm. She plays a whole ass gypsy in that show.
You know, I will give Jennifer Sean this, and I really truly mean it. It took her getting to her 40s and getting to the point where a lot of people didn't want her to be a sex symbol as so much as, yeah, we want you to be sexy and act. That's the one thing that Jennifer Sean to me always got undercut with, is that she's actually a pretty good actress. It's just that she's too pretty, and they cast her dirty in the 90s, young. So
I mean,
like
look,
now you see her in stuff where it's like, wow, that's a good cast.
she
Wow,
plays.
that's an underrated movie that you were in. That's that Chris Pine movie that what's the face. She's doing that crap now, and I'm actually glad for her. Yeah, I really am.
I mean, look, she plays fucking Jughead's mom in fucking Riverdale.
You told me that, and I couldn't stop
I
laughing.
fucking laughed. Look, I love Riverdale, and as soon as I saw Gina Cassandra, I'm like, "You're Jughead's mom." I'm like,
my dad
right.
don't like Riverdale, but he watched it. He's like, "Wasn't Drew Shine in that?" Here's me. All right, Dad, to know who your white women are. Yeah.
Also, we seen we seen Gina Gershon get rammed from behind by Robert De Niro in Righteous Kill.
Oh my God, I forgot that was a.
Look, we were all hyped. We were all
Yeah.
hyped for Righteous Kill. Like, oh man, De Niro and Pacino is back like heat. And then you watch the movie, you're like, oh.
Yeah, that movie was meh. There's like a lot of action that De Niro has done since he turned 50 has all been meh. So, you know.
But it's just, look, Castor Troy's gang is literally the type of gang that's just as fucking crazy as he is.
90s, McNineties, all of them. Especially
all
the ball, especially the ball with the earring with the two hoops. White boys stop rocking that joke. I missed that.
AKA White Lawrence Taylor. My man who got shot in the neck and just held it and still fucked up some cops. I'm like, how the hell? Oh, you're high on coke.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is a stupid ass movie. Forgot about that.
You know, what fucked up was he took the shot and he's like, "Take the boy, get out of here,"
and winks at the boy.
I was like, "What about you? Just go." Hey man, it's wild times we had there.
Oh, did you love the trailer thing? And look, I still love it to this day. And D put the video up. Let's go ahead and just shoot ourselves.
I got to shot the mirror.
Well, you know, symbolism, guys.
Symbolism. I like how they turn around. You see Castor's pointing a gun at Castor. Sean's pointing a gun at Sean. I just yelled it out. Symbolism!
And miss each other.
Eris, because you got to understand, in order to kill your enemy, you're going to have to kill a part of yourself.
Exactly.
Well, that is so stupid. That is like dumb.
Did you love how, as we were making fun of the whole face-off thing, Sean, again, stick up his ass, never took drugs his whole life. Clearly, he is high on PCP and wakes up like,
I like to take his face and his eyes,
his skin
off. That is a guy that has never took drugs ever, and he is just out there.
Yes, sir. Hello, everybody. Go ahead.
So, seriously, like Castor, you really want to take his face
off?
Yes. Off. Okay, face off. No more drugs for this man.
Yo.
Not even a suspicion or nothing like.
No suspicion, just okay. I see how he reacted to that, and yes, we are no longer giving this man any drugs. Let's go ahead and put that tray. Let's go ahead and put the tray away. But go ahead, D.
Excuse me, sir. D. Shaw, 3 Black Geese. How you doing? I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Wu, and all the things you've done for the Chinese people. I want to actually mention only one thing, and it's something that's been bothering D for a minute. Why did he say yes to any of this? Like, he didn't expect to take drugs. He didn't learn about his background, apparently, and all the people he know that killed.
This is what I was asking.
This just seems like a rushed plan, doesn't it?
This is what I had said like 25 minutes ago was, y'all really didn't think this all the way through. You want to take the guy.
The more you sit on it, it's stupid.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing you guys really thought out fully was taking the guy's face, taking your face off, putting this guy's face on, letting the guy who's in a coma like
So
stay
keep
in a
alive.
coma. Hold on, just let him stay in a coma long enough for you to go into this prison, complete your mission, miraculously escape said prison, and
By the way, he swam back. They,
that's
like
what
they,
I'm saying.
With by the way, this is the most futuristic 90s thing ever. Metal boots. Really, my nigga? All
Yeah,
right.
metal
metal boots. I
Metal,
feel like that would be
metal
a
magnetic
hazard.
boots.
I would feel like that'd be way
The
more of a hazard than we think
Super
about it.
Mario Brother
Them
ass
Super
boots.
Mario Brother jumper boots.
Let me get
And-
this shit straight. So let me get this shit straight. Y'all have that on an underwater prison. Meanwhile, we can barely get 2 of them on a freaking NASA space shuttle without it costing us all this money. You mean to tell me, like,
Yeah,
yo,
Money
you
to
know,
burn in the
like I
90s,
s-
man. Jesus.
like I said,
Jesus
like I
Clinton.
said, you went through and you go do all of this shit. But the one key ingredient that you just somehow it escapes you, you don't try to get the memories, the thought process of your enemy.
And I
He's
do.
hold on. D, here's the best part. He's in a coma.
Here's
You
the
pretty
best.
much he's already gonna go to prison. You might as well get what you need out of him.
Actually, you know what, sir. Let's stop right there because that's another follow-up question, Mr. Wu, that I want to bring up. So, when Mr. Troy woke up from his coma, why was he not handcuffed to the bed?
Oh, that was even better.
Like,
You see, because I
Why
was
is there
only
a
allowed,
phone
like
near
I
him?
I can answer that because you see, we were only allowed 2 hours and 18 minutes, and I wanted to fill it up with as much gun kata action as possible.
oh, and this.
Also,
That too.
Pastor Troy clearly, and I like how the movie put that little detail in that Castor was like, dog, I am so hopped up on drugs, hence is why he has that naked ass face calling his boys up. And I was like, yeah, you have to be pumped full of drugs to that's still making you, you ain't bleeding out and shit.
I like the one that I do like the fact that he's just like he saw his face through the glasses and all that. Here's me. Hey, Caster, just real talking. I'm being if it's racist to you, F you. It's a big concern. It's almost a plot hole for thee. You're white. You don't have lips. Why do I see the movement I see in your mouth? Like, no, you white, so it should look all like this and just like a closing, like a slight closing. You're not niggas. You don't got to flap like us black folk do. Like, come on, man, that's science.
It's not, but like I said, the action is great because, like I said, it's so much gun kata and gunplay that you're enjoying that and stuff. And even when you get to the church with the doves, which I'm like, okay, doves.
Boy,
What I do love is that was that the doves were actually used as a weapon. I bullshit you not. Like they fall like in the middle of the church when when Nick Cage's character falls in front of a whole bunch of doves. I like how he literally fans them and they get in John Travolta's face.
But y'all diversion. Yo, actually, that's another question for me. That's actually another question for me right there. But with all the fighting that's going on right now, and go ahead.
I'm sorry, I low key heard Nick Cage go, "Dove attack,
double attack." Yo, that's actually a question. Now I see him grabbing the birds and just like throwing them like going back like a football and throwing them like that.
It's like the fucking shit. Dude, it's like real life Pokemon. I just grab a bird and just throw it at somebody like, attack.
Pidgeotto attack.
This was
attack.
Hold on, this was 1997.
No, double piece attack. Woo!
I'm telling you, this is why real life Pokemon would not exist because all it takes is some nigga to fucking shoot your Pidgeot and they cook it for dinner and shit.
Man, get that shit out of here, bro. Man, like, see, man, get that shit out. See, like, I wish that shit was a Farfetch. You ever had one of them? No, man. Bro, you never had a Farfetch, nigga.
I had a Dodrio though.
You did not. Then, no. See.
Ostrich.
See, y'all hot. See, y'all hating. See, y'all hate. Y'all never had a do trio before. See, y'all gotta have that.
I had a whole very rare.
Oh, please, y'all ain't lived.
Chris, they will take you to jail.
Like, first of all,
a rare Pokemon, sir.
First of all,
you ain't a rare Pokemon, no.
Like, stop it. First of all, you Negroes ain't lived until you had Ekans.
Man,
I bet Ekans tastes good. Actually, no bull crap.
Ekans burger.
I think Ekans burgers are like the snake, nigga. Damn.
Like,
Yo,
It's actually like alligator,
woo,
probably, because I
He was
remember somebody
this
getting
is
alligator.
good.
He's like, it's
like,
not
damn,
bad.
it's good. Need a little hot sauce, but it's all right.
It's like little hot sauce. Like, oh, you got something? Put it on. Shit, this shit about to be bomb. Maybe another one, bro. Like y'all got pepper jack cheese? Yeah, put that on there, yeah.
This is why Pokemon is so weird, because I'm like, these motherfuckers eating burgers, so they killed a Tauros and just ate the burger.
Oh yeah, yo,
Tauros.
man.
All right.
But
Like,
no, but
like
I'm
I hate saying this. I hate saying this. I really do hate saying this because I mean it. I wouldn't kill one for whatever reason because my favorite Pokemon. But if it gets too cold, I'm snapping Pikachu's neck and I'm gonna see how it tastes. I mean it. Oh, Pikachu gone. I love Pikachu, but I will Pika. Close your eyes. Pika peek. Excuse me. So we're supposed to pluck like the hair off this shit, or we're supposed to kill skin it? How we do this?
I will say, I did like how Sean Archer uses pigeon gust attack. The attack is very effective.
Gust attack.
Dog, I like how
Because he's just
I just see I just see the tornado blowing Sean. You just see it.
The attack was very effective.
Didn't take out look. It didn't take out many hit
hold on,
points, but it was effective.
No. It eventually works. Caster Troy fainted.
Dog, I tell you what, I like how Cass's move that he taught Sean's daughter just backfired on him, where she just stabbed him in the fucking leg and ripped it. He's like, my own plan failed again.
I look when the second he took out that butterfly knife, here's me. Oh man, you fucked yourself. You know that, right? You don't even know. You just kind of did.
And not even that. And I like the fact that he's antagonizing him with the whole, I'm just gonna cut your face and really fucked your life up. And then all of a sudden, bam, he stabs him with the fucking harpoon and just yells like, ah!
And I love that because it's pure it's pure Red Brown, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Steven Stallone, ugly face yell.
Now, here's two pairings of situations here. Now,
actually, hold on. Oh, actually, I meant to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Just real talk. So about it was only, and I looked at it. It was only 8 minutes, but they was in those boats 8 minutes too fucking long.
That was a long.
That was a long chase. That was longer than it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the only problem I have about this movie. Just certain scenes, like cut John. Cut John.
Again,
cut John.
He had leeway to do whatever the fuck he want. And it's funny because again, the studio was like, hey, you can't use that music. All right, fine.
Nope.
The music was the line, apparently. Everything else, fine, perfect. I'm like, all right, but here's the thing.
I just like it was somewhere over the rainbow. And it was like, Mr. Wu, why somewhere over it? Because it describes what's going on. He approached that with art. He did.
It was pretty much him doing what he did. Because you remember in Hard Boiled, that part where Tequila puts the ear swabs in the last baby in the hospital, and he's singing music. He was trying to do the same thing with the kid. That was his way of doing that. And that's a John Woo staple. He always puts those touching scenes with kids and gunfights and stuff.
Hey John, you learned what the Chinese already learned, but what I'm seeing at the Olympics, what the Chinese already learned. Fuck these crackers. I'm gonna do
here's the thing.
What I'm going to do.
We talked about this before. This was originally supposed to be Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger pairing. Yeah, that was weird. That's some Joe Biden shit right there. That's that Joe Biden shit.
I mean, the tongue, bro.
Minus the tongue.
He did a full. No. Let me tell you something. He did the full lick that Haunter did to Charmander on Pokemon Season 1.
FYI, his daughter's also gonna have to go to fucking therapy.
The amount of therapy.
I mean, here's the thing. This was supposed to be Arnold and Sylvester Stallone originally.
This would have
during the drafts.
No, this would have been hilarious.
I would have loved to see. You know, it would have been Arnold as Arnold would have been Caster Troy, would he?
I don't know. Sylvester Stallone, I can see as Sean.
Sylvester Stallone would definitely be Sean.
Yeah,
Arnold
would be Caster.
No, you want to know why? You want to know why Arnold would be Caster? Because could you imagine the amount of Arnold one-liners.
Do you want to know? You want to know other names that they kicked around for pairings? Harrison Ford and Michael Douglas. I can see that.
Now, Michael Douglas was a producer on this movie, though.
Yeah.
No bull crap. I actually looked. I saw Michael Douglas. I like that wasn't Michael Douglas, and it was
another pairing that I could see, but it'll be weird. Bruce Willis and Alec Baldwin.
That could.
Maybe.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin. Nah, man, who's caster in that one?
Yeah.
I don't know who's caster in that one.
Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. I guess I get it.
You got my face too.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Who?
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven
Van
Seagal.
Damme and Steven Seagal.
Let me tell you something. He has my face, and I want it off.
So you want to take your face back, huh? You're not going to take it back. You know what you can take back? You can't take back these nutsack. The nutsack that you got is not the nutsack I got. You can't do the split like I do. See,
now this is the last.
Well, that would have been messed up because
now here's the last one.
In 97, Seagal was getting fat. All of that would have been oh God.
This is the last one.
I get to see anybody that he does. No, you don't. No, you don't, Mr. Seagal.
Now, here's the last one. Here's the last one, and this would have been interesting.
Christopher Walken.
No. Oh, Denzel Washington and Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
That would have been interesting.
We got robbed.
We got robbed of a Negro classic.
This would have been
Could you imagine?
Wesley Snipes would have been caster easily.
Could you imagine Denzel walking in the office? Boy, could you imagine Denzel? Hey man, people die all the time. To take out that cigarette, Margaret Cho would have had babies in front of
Let me
Denzel.
ask you this. If they did those pairings, who would you have seen as Sean Archer's wife that was black, the black woman? Who would you have?
Okay, look.
Teresa Randall. Next.
Wow,
that works.
That is incredibly accurate, but no, it has to be a black woman. I can imagine not getting sex in a while, so it has to be a woman during that time.
Again, Teresa Randall. Next.
No, but that was Girl 6 era kind of.
Yeah, she was a little bit too fine. That's the problem.
Hold up, but she was not getting no action when her husband Marcus Burnett went on that mission in Bad Boys.
True, but still.
You know what? I'm gonna go with a weird one here. No, she was too young. No, she was way too young. I was gonna say I was actually gonna say Hillary from Fresh Prince, but she was too young.
No.
Yeah,
what about our girl from Ally McBeal, black chick?
Big. I call her Boobers because I don't know her real name. And I feel so.
Lisa Nicole Carson.
Yeah, Lisa Nicole Carson. That's her name. Yeah.
Wait, D, I got you. It's 97. Fuck it. Don't give a. Let's be different. Jada.
I think
post set it off.
This is post set it off.
Post set it. Hold on. Post set it off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Post set it off. 97. Right before Nutty Professor.
Short hair, so they had to throw a wig on her.
That bob that she was rocking.
She's too young. I think they would. Come on, I think she would have been too young. She would have been Gina Gershon.
Yeah,
she would have been Gina Gershon in this.
That would have worked. I'm sorry, it keeps going back to Teresa for me. I don't care what anybody.
You know what? Fuck it.
Might have to be Teresa.
You know what? Yeah, you might be Teresa.
It might have to be Teresa.
Because you have to get somebody that's like the wife, where she's good looking but not crazy like smoking.
And you got to remember, much like men, women look older back in the 90s too. So
Teresa will work.
Not only that. This is 97. She was coming off of playing the devoted wife of one Michael Jordan in Space Jam.
I knew you were going to mention that, and I'm glad you did. Thank you so much, Eris.
That would have been an interesting thing.
That would have been work. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Wesley Snipes being beat up, walking in there, and seeing that door open up, and it's Denzel, and Denzel just being pure black man, cool, walking in there. I knew Nick. No, think about it. I'm a good-looking nigga.
We also.
Imagine Denzel acting like Wesley Snipes. Oh yeah, it's me, brother. I'm inside you. You know it's me.
Also, we get our boy,
Okay.
we get a Sugar Hill reunion and have old boy that played his brother in Sugar Hill play fucking
Yes.
Pollux Troy.
Yes.
Done.
Yes.
Fucking done.
Kane. You gonna
Yep.
put Kane in the movie?
Yes. I will put
So
Kane in
with
the movie.
who? Pollux?
Yes.
That's Pollux.
He has to
No.
play Pollux.
Gotta play
Whoa.
Pollux.
Even better.
No,
Hold on.
no, you get Kadeem Hardison. You shut up.
No, I got one even better for you. Okay.
No,
No, I got one.
no. You
Wait.
get homie from different world, the light skinned one. What's the name?
Don. Oh,
Yeah.
No, I got one. No, wait, D. How about this then? All right. How about this? Because this is literally 1 year. This is literally
Boy,
a year.
I'm glad.
Like this is a year later. This is 1 year later.
I'm so glad.
If no one wants to use Teresa, Regina King.
yeah.
She's too young.
Well,
See,
she did Jerry Maguire. To be fair,
Dude, she was in Enemy of the State the next year.
Yeah, she did. No, but she did Jerry Maguire
I
prior to
guess.
that as a mom. To be fair, so you're right.
She did.
You're right. She could work. She can work.
She can work.
And
there
it
you
work.
go.
And
There you go. Teresa and Regina.
Teresa and Regina. Oh boy.
Who would play the daughter?
I don't know.
The daughter?
I'll be honest. Look, no, I'll be honest with you, girl from
Tatiana.
girlfriend in the
I'm sorry.
girlfriend in the house.
Yeah.
Her or
Reagan.
her or
Reagan Gomez.
No. Her or Earth 53 Tatiana Ali.
Earth 3. All right, do she have a name, or are you just saying just some random Tatiana Ali looking girl that we never hear from again?
No, it is legit Tatiana Ali from Earth 53.
No.
Oh, so the one we originally know died in the car accident in 89.
No. Because this is 97. We got to go different than the typical black chick there than those two. You got to pick somebody else from another black show. So we can't use Reagan Gomez. We can't use Tatiana. I would say either old girl that played Laura in Family Matters at the time.
Too young, but she was still playing Laura, so no.
Or black chick from Salute Your Shorts.
Ooh,
she was still playing teenage roles, man. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem I have with both of them. They were still playing teenagers.
Yeah, you're right. So you're right. Because Reagan was the same age as those two too. So you can't even put Reagan.
Well, actually, you know what? I don't. I just think Laura will be a little bit too big. Just being honest.
Yeah. Because Family Matters was still big in '97. Still. So
I just personally think she would have been too big. But yeah, you would have seen somebody like that. I'm sorry. That would be
it would. Black
now Eris is giving me head canon for Earth 52 Tatiana Ali.
Dude, it really is interesting because you imagine that'd be a very black ass production because Mario Van Peel's been sniffing around like, hey Woo, can you put me and my dad in this movie?
No, I'm pretty sure John Woo would have done it right and Hollywood would have hated it. Now I'm not saying like it'd be like a black movie. Oh, because it won't be. Trust me, it wouldn't be. No. But much like, and I had
big black actors,
and I had to explain this to my dad. My dad doesn't like the Beverly Hills Cop series for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he does understand the impact of it made. And I was explaining to him that the movie was clearly written for a white man, and Eddie made it his. And my dad's like, that's what I loved about it. At least Eddie took it and made it a black movie when it had no business being a black movie. You mean to tell me? In a movie it's going to be full of white people, but your star is Denzel and Wesley. Trust me, it ain't going to matter. Trust me, Denzel be calling Wesley the hard ER the entire movie, and we will say that is a black movie.
Also, Cast of Choice Squad would have been made up of Asians and other ethnicities. It'd be a rainbow coalition.
Boy, Hollywood would have hated it.
No, our favorite mustachioed Asian brother from
Ken?
Die Hard.
Ken?
Yes, Ken would have been in the movie.
Ken Leong, man, and also because you got to throw some schism in there, still keep the FBI head of the FBI still giving him shit to the black man. That's
it's still one of the
No. Hey, you know who the head of the FBI is going to be? The police commissioner from from New Jack City.
No. See,
I think he was dead by then. Actually, I think he was dead by then.
But here's the thing. No, the only reason
I don't think he was. I think he lived to like the mid 2000s.
The only reason why I say keep the white guy because you need that scene of a black man killing his white guy so smoothly.
Yes,
you need.
And it would be Wesley Snipes.
Oh, Wesley Snipes.
He would execute that judo chop very well.
I'm sorry. You mean Denzel?
Oh yeah, it would be Denzel. So wait, Denzel would be Castor.
Oh, but Sean. He would be Sean.
Yeah, he'd be
Caster.
Oh,
would
you're
be-
right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would be, no, it would be Denzel acting like Wesley.
Yeah. I'm saying he
Which
still
is
do the
even
and just be
better.
like, shh.
Oh my god. Well. All that motherfucking talking. What you doing now? Say something, nigga.
In fact, here's the funny part.
Hold on. Think about Eric's gold chain dangling in his face as he's bending over looking.
Here's the sick part. Simon Phoenix, as much as we say Simon Phoenix was Joker in Demolition Man,
Sign of Phoenix.
he was kind of Castor Troy-ish in that movie too, in Demolition Man.
Yeah, like I said,
I can see it.
This would I loved how we talked about this movie being one of the whitest movies we could have had picked for us. And now we're talking about
that nugget of information. It's just like, whew.
This could have been one of the biggest black movies of all time. I'm not even joking. Do you know how big of a deal this would have been?
Man,
Not like I said, now it would have been two things. Number one, it probably would have bombed because racism. Or two, like I said,
moderate hit.
It wouldn't be moderate.
This would have been a hit.
It would have
been
crack out the park.
This would have been the biggest. It would have been like the biggest surprise hit that Hollywood. It would be the biggest surprise hit that Hollywood wants to hate but can't.
Because it's one of those. Wesley Snipes was still like fucking that guy. This is before Blade, by the way. So it's like
1 year before Blade.
But no,
1 year before Blade.
And think about it. Both dudes at the time were on a serious uptick. A serious uptick. Son.
And you got John Woo backing you.
And understand, this is 4 years. Hold on. And understand, this is 4 years after Demolition Man.
Yeah.
And I want to bring it up to some other people on this one, man. Like I said, this is before Blade. This is before Art of War. Do you know that would have had those two movies would have been so much different and so much more hype put to them if this movie came before?
Here's the thing: do you think Denzel's stock in Training Day would have went up with him playing a bad guy?
It would have. It would have been.
That's the thing. It would have happened It would have happened earlier than.
I will say this. I will say this though. I think it would have knocked off his career trajectory though. I think it would have been so much better for Wesley. Maybe he would have got arrested earlier. Who knows? But I think it would have been so much better for Wesley. But for Denzel, I got to be real. I'm not saying he would have been like a mid for the rest of his career.
Was he Teflon at this time? Because it seems like now
he wasn't Teflon until Training Day.
No, that's what I'm trying to say is I don't think this would have threw it off. Like even if he were to do this movie and still come out and do Training Day, I believe Training Day more or less would have been the better movie between
it probably would have been a little bit better because he did it. Because remember, Training Day was the first time he actually played a villain. Like
that's what I'm saying. He played a whole villain instead of him acting like a villain. He was an actual villain. Yeah. Not only that, remember the big comparison they kept making with Denzel and his in this movie. They say, "Yo, we haven't seen this level of like authentic villain acting since Tupac and Juice."
There's been
I know, but
such a reach, but
it was a reach. But I remember when people were saying that,
which is weird because we had Wesley Snipes in New Jack City, and that was a certified like this motherfucker evil.
I think like I said, when people want to stack up greatness, they bring up shit like that. It's like, look, Pac was great as Bishop in that. Chill, just a little bit.
Also too, with
I think it's because people are saying that we haven't seen like such a switch up of acting or role reversal. Like giving Pac as Bishop and then what he did with Poetic Justice, how it was like completely different. And they look at Denzel and say, well, it's nice guy Denzel. He always plays the good guy roles. And then we see him in Training Day. Hold up, this nigga's name. And then hold up, we find out, this nigga's name is Alonzo. Oh, that's a nigga. That's a villain.
Also too, if you want to look at Face Off though, I think it was interesting seeing Travolta play a bad guy and he's just hamming it up and he's enjoying it. And it was great.
The purest amount of hamming, like just pure bacon for Travolta was when he said, "You look in the mirror and you see my face," and he starts cutting it.
I mean, because look at this. It's like it was weird because in Swordfish, he didn't really come across as like a legit bad guy. He was just a guy that was pissed off that the government betrayed him. So it's like, yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
And you know what's so great, Eris? I love the one thing I really, really like is because white guys, especially baby boomer white guys, love acting cool and cool daddy-ish around Negro music. For the
Mhm.
first time ever, a white girl in the mid-90s was playing James Brown in the room smoking cigarettes. I
Yep.
get it. You're trying to figure out what music you like. It's okay, baby.
Cool.
But
Cool.
but the thing that
Fine.
gets me is
I
that
love that.
I love the line.
Pop's got a brand new bag.
Here's me. Hey John, fuck you for that. F you for that.
He
You
does.
gave that white boy unnecessary cool points. I do not accept that. D has a scorecard. There's quite a few discrepancies down here, nigga. Like really.
I'm just laughing that they actually were going to tap Marky Mark for Pollux Troy, and Marky Mark was like, "I got Boogie Nights. I'm not doing this."
I'm gonna show my cock in that one. Where I want to be.
Bear in mind, like, look, Marky Mark has had a weird movie trajectory because it's like he did all these bit roles on TV shows that didn't really, it was just like a one-off. He did Renaissance Man, which you forget he's in that movie because everybody else, like Kadeem Hardis in them, and even Stacey Dash is like overshadowing him in that movie and stuff. And then it's like, oh, Boogie Nights blows up. Now imagine if he was Pollux Troy in Face Off.
He didn't get to show his Hulk.
This is
And
after
he
Fear.
didn't get to show his Hulk to Burt Reynolds, which, by the way, I didn't know that Burt Reynolds said, no, I didn't want to be a part of Boogie Nights. What? No, I hated it.
Saw the
What?
He saw the check.
He
That's what
saw
happened.
the check. Burt Reynolds actually did not want to be. He did not like the movie. He didn't like
And
how
yet
it came out.
everybody,
He
and
didn't
yet
like the
everybody loved,
direction.
but everybody loved him in that movie. That's the
And isn't
wild
it
part.
funny? Much like John Travolta, it gave a bolt to his career. It really did. Here's the funny thing about Burt Reynolds. By the time he got to that point, Burt Reynolds was like gimmicky. You're like, it's Burt. Because Burt at that time did a lot of
It was the
straight
SNL
straight.
skit.
He did a lot of straight to video movies. He did a lot of movies that kind of bombed. Even though I will give Burt Reynolds this, a lot of them have been re-reviewed and they're fucking great movies. But back then they
The
got
last
bombed.
movie that he did before he died was actually pretty good.
It's so funny. Like, that's how his whole career has been. But anyway, by the time Boogie Nights came out, there was this like fucking Burt, and you got all these white guys like, yeah, my mom loved Burt Reynolds. Man, my grandma had a Burt Reynolds clock where he was butt naked and the clock was right in front of his dick. My grandma had that one. It's like what you find out is that Burt Reynolds he had so many stands. And his career got revived because of that shit.
Which makes me wild. That I'm like, yo, Ruby D, what's the story with Burt Reynolds?
I don't know that motherfucker. That's the story.
Well, y'all did Cop and a Half. What?
Did Cop and a Half. That old boy, I bet she hated him.
Hey, look,
I bet
that.
either they were super sweet to each other or it's like that old crack ass.
Fuck that. I want to talk to the kid. The kid's like probably in his close to his 30s now. I'm like, yo, kid, what was up with you and Burt Reynolds and Cop and a Half?
See, first of all, let me tell you what that nigga did, right? So I'm just gonna assume he's gay. So
damn. It's like how everybody thought that. It's like everybody thought old boy from Bernie Mac was gay, and I'm like, look,
a lot of people thought that, did they? They went in with that. As
soon as they saw him with his girlfriend, it's like, oh, I guess he ain't gay. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like,
here's a funny thing. I would make a joke about somebody being gay or not being gay, but it's weird how some people take it to the next level where it does turn into homophobia. Where it's like, not when I say homophobia, I'm not saying gayness. No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking. So you just out here trying to make everybody, that's homophobic. That's homophobic. You heard some of the wildest theories out with him, man. Junior out here sucking dick. Like, whoa.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, like it was the whole just the magnitude of this movie and what it really did to box office and just everything surrounded it. It was
one of those movies that added to the big box office. It was one of those movies.
Dude, it came out the same year as Batman and Robin. That was the year that movie had that whole marketing blitz.
Batman and Robin was such a shitty movie, but it made budget. That makes no sense.
So it came out because I think we said it came out it came out this Face Off came out the following week after Batman and Robin.
Funny
enough, Schumacher had the balls. Schumacher had the balls because, like you said, Batman and Robin made budget. Apparently, Schumacher had visited them during Face Off and was like, "Hey, hey, Nick, you want to come on for the next Batman movie as Scarecrow?" Sure. Did not happen.
You know what? The one
But they
I
used
hate.
Scarecrow in Batman Begins, ironic enough.
So I got a
Yeah,
question.
but they gave it to Nolan.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's just ironic that Batman Begins, they kind of sort of use the idea of
And you know
Scarecrow
what?
and it's
And
the
I
new
hate to
director.
say it, as much as I didn't like Cillian Murphy for it, I think he's probably the best person you could have got to
Cillian
be
Murphy
that
knows
type
how
of.
to play crazy white guy psychiatrist. That's why.
I think that was it would only been him for that. The one thing I will say though, like
Cillian
it is
Murphy
kind
should have been Pollock Troy.
Cillian. You know what? Cillian is like one of those dudes we realize like, wait a minute, that nigga our age, man, he young.
I know, right?
Like, yo, why do you look like you're 49? I'm 37. All right.
Right.
Nah, I think he's like 40 actually. I don't know
Yeah,
how old.
yeah.
But anyway, but that being said, I laugh how like we said that thing about Batman, like Batman is gonna make his money regardless. and then DC said, you want to try it as Superman? Guess I'll give it a shot. Do you know how many truthers that we got out there of Nick Cage should have been Superman? It's ridiculous.
If you ever seen, guys, if you ever get a chance to watch the documentary about that whole process of the Nick Cage Superman movie that never happened, it is a trip.
It's
Nick,
a movie that I'm glad that didn't happen.
we were
But
going to get 90s mullet Superman, Nick Cage in a mullet wig. That was going to happen.
I still say it should, and I still say it should have happened.
I think it should have. You know, the one thing I'm realizing
this close to greatness.
You know what? The one thing I'm realizing with DC, at least with some of them, like it's not even just DC. This is like almost every movie studio or production house have these things where it's like, oh, you know that could have happened, and everybody's like, "Why did you do it?" And I'm thinking to myself, what if that movie bombed? Like really bombed? You know what I mean?
And if it did, what difference would it make?
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, in the long run. And see, that's always the funny thing. And I think we as fans, we get used to that shit. Like, just do
you
it.
know what's ironic though is the
Just
fact
do this
that
shit.
like this movie and a lot of other movies that John Woo has like influenced so much other properties that kind of took the idea, because we've seen anime kind of take this idea from Face Off of the whole swapping faces so the main character can do this and stuff. I still
think it's stupid.
There was a Star Wars, no bullshit. There was a Star Wars Clone Wars episode where Obi-Wan masqueraded as an alien creature doing the same thing that Face Off did, where he wore like the face of this bandit so he can go in jail to prevent Palpatine from getting assassinated and shit. It was a wild ass fucking episode because Obi-Wan is literally in jail with everybody that the Jedi threw in jail during the Clone Wars and shit. So he's all freaking out like, fuck, they're going to know that I'm here. Damn it.
I can't believe they actually, like you said, he put another face on this motherfucker. Thinking that the Jedi Council would, just like kill people. Anyway, I'm not even going in there.
But like I said, this movie did kind of inspire other stuff to kind of take ideas and stuff. And like I said, John Woo's kind of did influence other films to do the same thing and stuff. So
yeah, most definitely.
And we almost got Chow Yun-Fat in this movie, but he couldn't do it.
I think Chow Yun-Fat was like, "Nah, I'm good." I really think he was like, "That's all right." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm right.
I'm good.
But like, it was like, I would do it, but
yeah,
I don't. I mean, John, you are there, man. I trust you. You know what I mean? Like that, I trust you.
But what's next on our movie thing? Because
so of course, to all the people that are watching us live, I know you're loving this because you're getting like a whole week of us doing shit almost every fucking day. So y'all loving this. But so all the people that are listening to this next week, you're going to be getting a classic movie, and we're going to keep it on to it being Black History Month. So it means Black people getting disrespected. Oh my God, I threw an audible in and I made it worse. And you know what? Y'all gonna have to deal with it. Jim Belushi comes to Oakland and he tells all the Black kids,
no
you
more.
You niggas need to sit down.
And
Jim Belushi is the principal.
Louis Gossett Jr. as the old Black man who's telling this white guy he has no business being in Oakland.
Do you understand what's out here? Do you know what's in the streets? I don't think you do.
This is
and I love the white guy come back. I grew up poor. Oh, shut up. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know what you're about to do. Don't bring that coming together as racist. Don't do that.
Side note, this is Louis Gossett Jr. He's still
It's 1987.
No.
He's
He's
still
on
in
the
shape.
no, he's still in shape, but he's on the back end of the old black man that can still fight, but he ain't really, limber. He can give you the hands though a little bit.
Oh yeah, he give you hands, but no, don't tell him to do no footwork, yeah.
Nah, he ain't give you the footwork.
What
But
was what did we just say in Rocky 3 when Duke said, "Hey, you used to have speed, we ain't got that."
you got that,
You ain't got no speed, all right? You got them hands though.
which is ironic because
Because Lou Gossett Jr. looks like a nigga that could do one of those Vietnam nerve pinches to a nigga. Like, yeah, See, this is the problem about your generation. You don't respect nobody.
Louis Gossett look like the janitor at our fucking school at Ratsville. That's what Louis Gossett looked like.
Man,
The principal.
Louis Gossett Jr. looked like he walk out the house with flip flops, with socks on, and ashy knees. He looks like one of them niggas.
Nah, he's with that picture you showed us pre-stream. Rigby's dad.
Don't do that to Mr. Look, Lou Gossett Jr. is a black all-star. He an all-star. Don't do that.
Chris, first of all, Lou Gossett Jr., you're a couple of years late. He would have did 1981 Lou Gossett Jr., yes.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Officer
and a gentleman.
Where it was still kind of a little bit cut. Yeah. He come in there and look a little bit intimidating. Yeah, 87. Look, Eric's 87. He stopped running.
No, D, you make it even better.
Started eating heavier.
D, make it better. Jaws 3. I left my nephew get eaten by the shark.
Let it be known.
Lou Gossett, look, think about it. Lou Gossett Jr. like twisted his ankle during his filming of that junk, so he got really lazy. He was eating a whole lot of sandwiches and shit. He just got kind of like bigger.
Watch Officer and a Gentleman. He was giving Richard Gere them fucking hands.
Yo, you can imagine like he just getting kind of bigger. It's like look. And it's just more of like, dang, man, I don't feel like running today, man.
Dog, when I saw him in fucking Daddy's Little Girls, I was like, damn, Lou Gossett, now you have officially hit old man. I need a cane.
I loved it because Lou Gossett Jr. came out of nowhere, a pole, and bumped it up homeboy's head there. I died laughing, man.
Wise old man to Idris Elba. Great. You love to see it.
You gotta take care of these black girls. Why don't you take care of your children? This ain't about me, young man.
But anyways,
I don't know. I don't think that happened. I'm just saying.
Principal, as I talk about how Jim Belushi plays a principal that doesn't want to be around these black people.
And hopefully our good boy, who's a model now, and I got to see this motherfucker show how pretty he is going to be on with us. No, we're not talking about a good friend Demetrius. No, we're talking about another good-looking friend, our boy, Charlie. He's going to be on this junk, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully he watched the movie because I know he didn't get a response back. I know once he see we doing substitute, he's going like, oh my God, something black kids getting yelled at by a white guy. He gonna love it. So we're going to hit. So I hope y'all gotta love it to it.
So that's it. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.